Welcome to the Recaps channel. In today's video, we'll recap Burnt. Let's get started. Adam Jones was a chef at a fancy restaurant in Paris owned by his mentor Jean-Luc until he ruined his career and the restaurant with his drug addiction and bad temper. To atone for his mistakes, he goes to New Orleans and shucks 1,000,000 oysters as a form of punishment. After going through difficult times, he decides to start fresh and build everything from the ground up. His goal is to establish his own restaurant and earn a coveted 3 Michelin star rating. Adam travels to London to reconnect with his old colleagues. He begins with Tony Bellerti, the former maitre d'hotel of his mentor's restaurant, who is now managing the Langham Hotel owned by the Bellerti family. However, Tony laughs at his request, knowing about Adam's troubled past. Additionally, Adam has enemies, including people he has harmed and drug dealers who are still after him due to unpaid debts. Adam stays at the hotel and then visits an old friend named Conti, where he learns the news of Jean-Luc's passing. He notices the talent of Conti's sous chef, Helene, but she dislikes his arrogance and dismisses him immediately. During a walk, Adam unexpectedly runs into Michel, a former colleague from Paris. In the past, Adam had sabotaged Michel by releasing rats in his restaurant. Eventually, they talk it out, and Michel forgives Adam, asking to work for him. In his pursuit of talented chefs, Adam visits a suburban restaurant and meets David, a young chef who greatly admires him and his recipes. Impressed by David's cooking, Adam invites him to join his restaurant under the condition that he can temporarily stay at David's place. A few days later, Adam crosses paths with Helene again and invites her to join his restaurant. Remembering Adam's previous behavior when criticizing her cooking, Helene refuses and leaves immediately. Failing to persuade her, Adam then persuades the renowned restaurant critic Simone to dine at Tony's hotel. Simone visits Tony's restaurant, making Tony nervous. He instructs his chef to prepare the best dish. However, the chef's food does not meet Simone's criteria. In a desperate situation, Tony reluctantly allows Adam to cook in the restaurant. Simone's positive review convinces Tony to renovate the kitchen and hire Adam as the head chef permanently. However, Adam must undergo weekly drug tests with Tony's psychiatrist, Dr. Rothschild. Adam agrees to the tests but isn't interested in therapy. The next day, Adam visits Rhys's cutting-edge restaurant, with whom he has a long-standing rivalry, but the visit doesn't go well. During their conversation, Adam criticizes the cuisine at Rhys's restaurant for relying on modern equipment. Their discussion becomes heated, particularly when Rhys discovers that Adam is aiming for a 3 Michelin star rating. Max, another old friend who was released from prison, also joins Adam's team. Adam meticulously prepares for the opening of his restaurant, paying attention to every detail, from selecting food ingredients to decorating the space according to his vision. Finally, Adam's restaurant, named Adam Jones Restaurant at the Langham Hotel, opens with him as the head chef. On the same day, Helene gets fired from her job, which was actually part of Adam's plan to bring her onto his team. Angry about being fired, Helene is convinced by Adam to work for him by tripling her salary. The opening night turns out to be a disaster. For tables in the restaurant remain empty, which catches the attention of a reporter and becomes news. Adam becomes angry and criticizes the cooking of his chefs. He vents his frustration by throwing plates and utensils in the kitchen. After cooling down, he returns to the kitchen and demands flawless cooking from his chefs. Helene doesn't stay silent and criticizes Adam for his menu not matching his outdated cooking style. This leads to a heated debate and ultimately results in Helene quitting. However, Tony visits Helene the next day to persuade her to come back. He asks her to understand Adam's anger, explaining that it stems from his harsh childhood and the absence of his parents. Adam appears on a talk show to generate publicity for the restaurant, which he had previously declined. Eventually, Helene returns with modern kitchen utensils and encourages Adam to adapt to the changing times. Adam agrees, and the restaurant resumes its busy operations. The use of modern cooking utensils proves efficient and time-saving, allowing them to present new menus successfully. Visitors to the restaurant leave satisfied. During the second opening, a restaurant critic gives a positive review, which angers Rhys. Adam improves his attitude but refuses Helene's request for time off to celebrate her daughter Lily's birthday. Later, he discovers Lily is at the restaurant, under Tony's supervision, as Helene didn't want to spend her birthday at home. Initially upset, Adam relents and bakes Lily a birthday cake, impressing Helene. With the restaurant gaining a good reputation, Adam sets his goal on earning 3 Michelin stars. He continues to avoid his drug dealer, even after Tony offers to pay off his debt. Sometime later, Rhys invites Adam to his restaurant and suggests that Adam bring a partner to help manage his anger. Adam takes Helene to the reopening of Rhys's restaurant. While he and Rhys are civil, the night takes a turn when Adam encounters his ex-girlfriend Anne-Marie, Jean-Luc's daughter. Surprisingly, Anne-Marie forgives Adam for abandoning her in Paris and missing her father's funeral. Anne-Marie informs Adam that her father wanted him to have his personal knife, considering him worthy of being his successor. The next morning, Helene finds Adam at the fish market, and they share a kiss on the way back to the restaurant. However, they are interrupted by the drug dealer's thugs, who take Adam away. He returns to the restaurant that night, beaten and bruised, during dinner service. Caitlin, the front-of-house host, informs Tony that 2 Michelin reviewers have arrived. Instead of going to the hospital, Adam decides to cook for them. However, the reviewers send their meals back, as the food is too spicy. Michel reveals that he sabotaged the sauce with cayenne pepper as revenge for Adam's past cruelty and walks out. On the verge of a breakdown, Adam leaves the restaurant. He wanders the city and ends up at Rhys's restaurant, drunk and emotionally broken. Rhys prevents Adam from harming himself and, when Adam wakes up, prepares breakfast for him. Rhys comforts him, and they part on better terms. Adam attends a group therapy session and returns to the hotel, where he learns that Anne-Marie has paid off his debt. She gives him her father's knives and approves of his relationship with Helene. Tony finds Adam in his hotel room and he tells him that the supposed Michelin inspectors were actually businessmen. Adam celebrates his second chance and kisses Tony out of gratitude. Helen then visits Adam. Adam opens up to Helene about his insecurities, and she comforts him, advising him to trust his crew. She tends to his wounds, and their relationship is rekindled with a kiss. A few days later, 2 diners visit the restaurant, displaying characteristics similar to the Michelin review team. When Tony asks him what they will do, Adam responds that the entire kitchen will work together as a team. Adam, who was once angry, arrogant, and selfish, now manages the kitchen with calmness and confidence in his team. The increased teamwork and Adam's new attitude result in the restaurant receiving its 3rd Michelin star. Finally, Adam enjoys a family meal with the rest of the crew, something he had previously refused. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share if you enjoyed the video. See you again here on the Recaps channel.